The TMR gang is about to go live online. Catch the video stream of the hottest and most awarded morning program on Philippine FM radio. The Morning Rush. Straight from the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, or twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Time to have fun with hosts Chico, Markki, Rica, and Hazel. Join the TMR gang now. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Monster RX93.1. It's time for the top 10. Hello, Team Bahay.
Hello.
Hello, Team
All right.
Trickster.
So here we go. We've got our top 10 for today, the first batch, courtesy of Rudes Antonio. Hashtag 1 year after or after. Kung gusto niyo ng konting accent. So from Messi.Jesse, 1 year after, before, pangarap ko ang work from home setup. Pero 1 year after, I realized the face-to-face office setup is still the best for my mental and overall health. Mm-hmm. Yeah, ayun, perfect example yan. Yung be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. Diba? Parang we think it's such a great thing, and then sometimes you realize, yeah, one aspect is good, but there are also other aspects that maybe you prefer having face-to-face interaction.
I mean, but we can't deny the fact that it's actually pretty easier for most employees to have that option. Not fully, but to have that option maybe once or twice a week to actually just stay home.
And,
diba?
Yeah, so they're able to recuperate.
So,
but sometimes there's the problem of, diba, workplaces giving individuals environments where they work all the time.
Yeah.
As opposed to working from the usual 8 to 5, they're working much more. Because they're put into a situation where since they're working from home, wala silang off time. They're always on.
True.
Diba?
At saka I guess it depends on the nature of your work. Kasi for some industries, work from home is actually harder because, like, for example, tayo, a radio show. After 10, we're done. You know, we're off the grid. Pero for a lot of yung mga, I guess, yung kunyari, very, very techy yung industry mo, I've heard a lot of people say na parang they're on call longer during work from home than when they went to the office. Alam mo yung parang lagi silang mini-message, lagi silang do this, do that. So they end up working longer than when they did. So yeah, may mga ganong Siguro
so
depende.
Sana parang siya, it depends. Yeah, like parang output based.
Yes.
Really.
Yes.
Or if let's say if we don't really have anything to do this week, you have the option to stay home. Kumbaga parang parang diba, it would be a nice idea to just integrate it in most companies. I know it's not like the easiest thing to do, but hopefully slowly we get there.
I'm sure people are learning as it goes along, right?
Yeah.
By the way,
imagine?
fan.
Hello. Good
hello,
morning to you.
Say good morning to your fans.
Hi.
Ang tapang niya,
No, hindi kasi may
Who?
like, can you imagine yung work from home? Can you imagine if work from home ka, but your job is like an exorcist? So, sa bahay mo na yung mga
The
ganon.
exorcist.
That's so scary.
Gosh.
No.
Hey, work from home or exorcist. Parang interesting yon.
Parang no.
Giving
Imagine mo
ideas.
dadalhin sa bahay mo yung mga possessed. Oh my gosh, no.
But a lot of the time, that's what happens. They bring them to the
What?
church, and that's where they do it. Like,
No, di ba
the
usually the
church
exorcism
of
goes?
for example, if you're a priest, they'll bring you to the home church of that priest, and that's where the exorcism will happen. In Italy
Hindi
now,
ba
that's how
pumupunta
it
yung,
works.
hindi ba yung priest yung pumupunta doon sa bahay? Di ba usually ganun? Kasi nga parang
No,
it's
well,
hard
I
to
mean,
transport them eh.
no, but because I just watched the documentary yesterday. It called the Devil and Father Amorth,
Mm-hmm.
same director as The Exorcist.
Okay.
So he actually filmed a real live exorcism, and in this exorcism, I think she went to him,
Oh,
and it was
okay.
Oh,
done
okay.
in the church. So that's how
Kasi
they
di
do
ba,
it now in Italy. And it's
it's
not
hard
it's
to,
not as crazy because we think exorcisms are like what we see
On
on
TV.
TV or what we see on Netflix, but it's actually not like that. It's much simpler, but it's equally as haunting.
kasi di ba like ano, like minsan dun sa mga movies, yung mga possessed, di ba yung lumulutang, ganyan. So ang hirap nilang i-transport. So kunyari, dadalhin mo sila sa church, talian mo na lang, yung para siyang lobo, tapos
Oo,
lumulutang.
madali yun.
Akala ko,
Parang galun.
parang galon. Pero possessed, yung lumulutang.
Nakakainis.
Kasi pupunta, hindi dadali ko lang sa church. Tapos yung lumulutang yung may ano yung possessed, di ba? Nakakatakot.
Tapos naka-spider sa wall, tapos huy,
Naka-spider sa
hilahin mo lang.
wall. Hilahin mong ganun, di ba?
Hilahin mo lang. Uy,
Stop that.
stop that. Wag ka. Mm-mm.
That's so scary. Okay, anyway. Kez Roncal says, 1 year after, I lost my husband during the pandemic. And this lockdown doesn't feel like a year pa lang. Ang hirap ubusan. We're so sorry to hear that. And
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, like in general, losing a loved one is without, it goes without saying, is very difficult. Pero to have to deal with a pandemic, to have to deal with that during a pandemic, it must have been unthinkable. So, yeah. But thank you for sharing.
And the thing is, alam mo yung parang before, when actually like without a lockdown, obviously it's hard as it is, but alam mo yung parang isipin mo, at least you can actually go out, you can visit family,
Yeah.
you have
Yes.
friends by your side, but nowadays you can't even do that. So it's extra hard. So our heart goes out to you.
And from Renz Rufil, 1 year after, natuto na akong humatching ng walang sound. Kasi di ba?
Because you don't want to get judged.
Yeah. No, seriously. Like, even if it's not in an enclosed space, yung kahit yung
Yeah.
regular ubo lang. And let's face it, di ba, sometimes, myself included, I know a lot of people na mas lalo silang nasisneeze pag naka-mask. Kasi di ba may himulmul yun na
Yes.
like sometimes it tickles your nose and then you end up having to sneeze or to cough because of your mask. Not because you're sick or anything. But you're so paranoid. You don't want people to think na baka you're sick or you have the colds or diba? So yeah, I super get it. Like
Did
we really
you
try
ever do that before? Yung yung parang isasaksak mo talaga yung tissue in your nose para mahatching ka. Because sometimes like you can't, you have the urge to sneeze,
But you can't.
but you can't. So sometimes I like roll up tissue paper and then I stick it up my nose so that I can sneeze. It's like, I induce my
Alam mo,
sneezing.
Rica, ako lang piece of advice lang from a friend.
Ano?
Avoid shoving things up like orifices of your body. Parang try lang. Avoid.
Masarap siya!
I don't doubt that. I don't
Learn
doubt
your
that.
lesson. Learn your lesson from child Markki, who stuck an eraser up his nose.
Grabe
Do
naman
not-
kasi yung eraser. That's pretty hard. I'm saying tissue.
Because it was just a pencil, eh. So you're just like randomly.
Pero you know what? Pero don't you get that problem sometimes? If it's tissue, it's harder to insert pag malambot. Kasi di ba parang tissue, parang
Oo naman. Kasi parang Kaya nga, that's why you have to roll it up to make it, para may form ng onte.
Yeah.
Kasi
Para
kapag kasi kapag wala, ang hirap nun. Parang, you're
Yung
ready to go. Alam mo yun?
You have to really
parang
twist
gusto mo
it.
sabihin, "Hoy, umayos ka nga muna. Sige nga, mag-ano ka muna doon para ready ka na." Wag
Mag-disco.
yung ganyan. Hindi ka. Parang gusto mo sabihin, mag-cellphone ka muna. Mag-cellphone ka muna. Go. And coming from learning lean, 1 year after, hindi na ako sanay mag-commute at tumuwad. At tumawid.
Ay. All this talk about inserting stuff got you thinking about that, huh?
At tumawid.
Basically, saan ka tutuwad kapag nagko-commute? I guess like when you're going in the jeep, di ba minsan sa jeep parang kailangan nakaganon ka?
Oh,
Tumawid.
Tumawid, yes.
You know what?
Yeah.
Just to let you know, Chico, I found the website now of everything that I sent you last time.
What do you
Ay,
mean?
nako. Wala ka lang pinapadala sa akin, Markki, di ba? Wala kang pinapadala. Wala. So, yeah.
I showed Chico a whole new world.
What is it?
Hello. Friday. Yung pinapanood niya sa atin.
Oh, yeah.
A whole new world goes the distance.
No, I don't want to see it. Oh, gosh.
And coming from Simply Nedge, 1 year after, isa na akong ganap na fujoshi sa kakanood ng BL. Fujoshis basically are women, girls, who enjoy seeing boys get it together. I told you,
yeah.
There's an anime.
May term pala.
No, well, yeah, it's
are girls who, kaya nga yung BL, believe it or not, a good chunk of
ba?
are women. So, pag fujoshi ka, kunyari real life fujoshi, if you see two guys, kunyari two of your classmates are like boyfriend, you ship them. You have a crush on their relationship. But if suddenly one of them, niligawan ka, ayaw mo, to that point, that you're so in love with them.
You want them to get together. Yeah, I remember we talked about this.
You want to see them get together. But you're a girl and you find them attractive and you're in love with them. But you don't want them to be your boyfriend. Gets? So it's a weird subculture in Japan of these girls who love parang boy romances. Like
I guess it's because like you want to feel the kilig, but you don't actually want to get into a relationship with all the complicated stuff. But you just want to feel that.
Yeah. That's the premise of one of the anime that I watched that's really funny. I forgot it. Parang I want you to kiss each other. Basta parang ganon. I forgot the title. Pero ganon na parang ano siya, parang pretty sexy girl. So the guys want her. But siya parang, no, I don't want to be with you guys. I want you to be with each other. But then they're not gay. So it's weird. It's a thing. Napaka-strange talaga subcultures ng Japan. Very unique. And coming from Star Marjorie, 1 year after, still grateful na may work ako, kahit na minsan nakakaramdam ako ng pagod. You know, that is so true, but it's also a little bit of a danger because we're so grateful that we still have work na sometimes pagod ka na, but you force yourself not to feel it. That's very dangerous. You have to listen to your body. You have to listen to your health. In as much as we are all grateful that we still have work, wag mo naman pabayaan. You still have to see the pag may red flag ka na sa health mo, sa mental health mo, you have to listen to it.
And sometimes you also get taken advantage of. in these situations.
Yeah.
Diba? Because
When you're doing
like,
so
okay,
well,
I'm so G,
you're
I'm
so
gonna work.
you're so reliable.
And if people decide, okay,
Mm-hmm.
because you are so game, why don't we just get you for this amount na lang, or we'll make you work
Yeah, it's like you
double
do it
your hours.
anyway. You do it anyway without the pay, which is also so dangerous because 'di ba parang nasasayang yung skills mo.
Mm.
So yeah. Agree,
So,
agree. Pero
ano
alam mo
din
yung
yan,
minsan
tsaka
parang especially like yeah.
kayong kunyari yung pagod na pagod ka na, tapos you want a break, but then you're
Mm.
scared na baka pag naghumingi ka ng leave, baka ma-fire ka, or, like,
Oo.
don't do that. You need it. Or, masyado ka ng praning na parang if I underperform, baka mawalan ako ng
Mhm.
trabaho. Aanhin mo yung trabaho if you get sick, or, if you have mental damage, di ba? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Psychological damage, emotional damage. So you have to be very careful balancing the gratitude of having work, but at the same time of taking care of yourself pa rin naman, because that's equally important.
But it's hard because I find it hard to actually just ask for a break. Alam mo yun, feeling ko kasi I have to be doing
Yan. Kasi
something.
nga,
And then
Ako
sometimes,
din eh.
even if I'm given a break, I feel like I still have to do something. I
Yeah.
know it's deep rooted probably, like I don't know, like something with your family, how you grew up, how you were raised. But that's what I feel.
That's why I find a way to really just lock myself in my room
Mm-mm.
for a few hours during the weekend.
Kailangan mo ng kasama. Available naman ako.
alone nga
Pwede
sabi,
mo.
alone. Ano yung alone? Hindi mo naintindihan sa alone.
Hindi ko,
By myself.
kinancel ng brain ko agad eh.
Hindi, ano daw, Markki, ipe-pretend mo alone ka, you can do whatever it is you
Yeah,
do
whatever.
alone.
I'll just be there, you know?
Pero si Rica,
You
nasa
know?
ilalim ng kama para hindi siya
Okay, so
nandun
you know,
sa
You know, you know what? I watched something like that. I don't remember what it is. Don't worry, it's not illegal. It was on Netflix. But I remember, like, something happened on the bed, but she was under the bed. Gets mo? And
yeah,
then,
I've seen something like that.
nagkaroon ng parang sexual activity with, two people. But she can't get out. Kasi nga, syempre, malalaman na she intruded.
Napanood ko yan. Pareho yata tayong napanood.
Yeah, I know it's on Netflix. So, parang ganun. Alam mo yung parang just watching it, you're like, oh gosh, that's so weird. Like, I feel
Parang
like,
maganda si Nero, nagbigay ng title, magandang movie ni Rica, Alone
Ano?
with His Talong.
with what? Alone with
Alone with His Talong.
Hala,
So when Markki
may
is
grand winner
alone,
na pala sa PBB.
Who?
I don't know.
anak
May
ko.
pandemic. I don't know. Well,
Oh,
Pero diba
I
it's
was
going
not
on?
I don't
Yeah.
know. Oh, baka nga meron na. Baka they-announced it already. Oh, okay. We'll try to look for it. We'll try to research. And from Akosipoklong 1 year after, may cobwebs na down there. Sa basement. Nagka-cobwebs na. So, kailangan linisin na siya.
So
Nagagalaw.
You know,
Galawin mo lang.
there are ways
Galawin
to, oh, diba? There are ways to do it by yourself. You don't need to get another person.
Uy, alam mo,
So,
I think may nanganak na spider sa condo namin.
how do you know?
It's like, look, because like from zero, kasi may nadinig ako spider, sabi, oh nga. Hindi, kasi one day, alam mo yung one day, bigla na lang ang daming baby spiders. Like from zero to like, and I'm not kidding, like hundreds. And you're like, what happened? But nagkaroon ng spider explosion and there are baby spiders everywhere. And it's so weird.
Parang ano ba? Na-feel mo ba na gusto mo sabihan yung spider na, sana all! Sana all nakakapag-reproduce.
Sana all! Oo. Pero grabe, wala. Sabi ni Gino Ramon, nagka-gender reveal. Ang dami kaya, no? Ang dami ng spiders na yun. And
it's a sign, Chico. It's a sign.
Wait lang, how do they breed? Like, is there something that,
Diba
I'm not
that's
sure.
well, I mean for black widow spiders.
okay.
Diba? Don't they eat
The female
the
or the
male.
male?
The female
Ah.
eats the male.
Oh, I like
Is that why they're called
that.
black widows? I mean, I think that's what I've heard.
Mm-mm. Papalitan ko na yung
Yeah.
nickname ko. Call you Rica Black Widow Spider Garcia.
Markki! Tapos ikaw yung gusto niya na male. So, after the deed, Markki!
Watch out. Watch out.
And from La 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 Lamb, 1 year after, may rainforest na sa loob ng bahay. Yung mga naging plantito. Like, I'm sure because you're so bored, ang nangyayari, padami yung plants mo sa loob ng house. And yeah, so many people became plantitas during the pandemic. And the top 1 year after comes from...
On TikTok. Can I just share?
Yeah.
On TikTok, there's this trend, there's this sound na people have been using. Yung parang pwede mo siya i-play sa mga parents mo na plantita. And the sound goes like this. Mahal na mahal mo yung mga halaman mo? Nagwawalis ba yan? Ni hindi nga yan naghuhugas ng pinggan. Tawan-tawa.
Pero like I love those, yung mga before and after. May mga photos silang pinapost. Yung parang, okay, this is how my sala looked like before the pandemic. Tapos, after becoming a plantito, biglang, like, oh my gosh, like,
it's a forest.
They moved furniture around, they removed furniture, para lang magkaroon ng, like a little garden inside of their homes. It's beautiful though, really beautiful. Love it. And the top, 1 year after, comes from Star Marjorie and JR Keita.
They both say.
Star Marjorie says, 1 year after, I only look back to see how far I've come. So ayaw niya nung mag-look back at what happened. You will only do that to see how far you've come. So yeah, like we were
just to remind yourself. Earlier.
Parang yung kay Camila, di ba? Yung parang, yeah, it's scary, but I think I'm a little bit more prepared this time around than last year. Di ba?
Also because it's so easy to forget. It's so easy to forget that you've actually overcome like a lot of things. And especially like, let's say, physically, you know how a lot of people got into diets and working out the past year, but you have to remember that it doesn't happen overnight. And you see your body every day, and you don't see the changes, in a matter of hours. It actually it takes a long time for you to see a change. Yeah, so alam mo yun, yung parang it's really a matter of being kind to yourself. Diba?
Yeah. You know what? Take those photos though every day. It would be nice as a compilation at the end of the process. To see
send
how far
it to Rica. Send it to Rica. Ako din, Markki, may send ako sa'yo. Na progress pics. No!
I'm scared. I'm really scared.
Send ko din sa'yo, Chico. Gusto mo send ko din sa'yo, Chico?
Hindi, siguro kay Markki na lang. Okay na yun kay Markki.
Tinatakoy ako!
Padala mo na lang sa akin mga BTS pics na lang, okay?
Ay,
tayo.
Nino, sinong member lahat? Lahat ng member.
Tapos si
kahit isa na lang, okay na yung isa.
Yung isa, yung nagda-drums. Nakita mo? Yung nagda-drum siya. Updated!
Hello, dahil kay Jungkook's girl, siyempre updated ako. Hindi mo alam, araw-araw, meron akong rasyon.
Oh, yes. Ako din.
Tapos si BB Will magsasend ng pics before and after.
Uy, pero
napansin.
Ay, oo.
Ay.
Si BB Will.
And from JR Keita, 1 year after, ang weird pala ng feeling kapag nakikipagmomol ka ng naka-face mask. Lasang tela. Can you imagine kissing with face masks on?
Yeah. Siyempre kapag in-order mo yung face mask mo sa online, lasang warehouse. Alam mo yun? Bakit lasang warehouse yung
Oo, totoo. Ay, nako. All right, so there you go. One more batch of the top 10, 1 year after. But Team Booth will be playing a couple of songs. But we will stay on Facebook Live for our special Facebook Live Tea Over Coffee.
Hello. We're back. What's our tea for
Hola.
today?
No, our tea is just a list of winners so far from the Grammys.
Oh, pero
Oh,
hindi
kasi
pa tapos
parang,
It's still
Hindi pa
ongoing.
tapos,
Pero
but
may somebody sent us some tea over the weekend.
no, but what the main tea today was the first thing that Rika told me was that
Alin?
BTS
I
was
know.
robbed.
grabe naman sa What's
Grabe
Rob.
robbed.
Grabe sa Rob. No,
Wag
actually,
naman,
yeah,
wag.
but you know what? People are still super excited because they're about to perform. Yeah, in a
Yes,
bit, tapusin na natin to. No, but somebody did send us some tea. What was that? Oh, right. J Lo and A Rod. They're
Oh,
actually
yeah. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
they split
They
up.
split up.
There
Yeah.
were
Well,
parang
hindi
Allegations
daw
that there
eh.
was
May mga,
cheating
may
going
mga,
on.
ano?
bakit parang ano, I hear myself. Okay,
Okay.
anyway. There are some follow-up reports na parang hindi naman daw sila nag-break up. Like, I think the word is they are working through things, but they are
Right.
still together. Daw. Kasi unang lumabas yung split rumors nga, di ba? Kasi they're engaged, right? 2019, if I'm not mistaken. So, after that, parang nag-quiet down yung buzz about them. Tapos, yun, lumabas yung rumors that they have split up. But then, na-follow up siya immediately with, yes, they are going through a rough patch, but they're still together daw. It's not like
Okay.
they've officially split up. Kasi like
Grabe.
recently, see A-Rod just posted a photo or a story. I just saw it, like
With
siguro mga a
J-Lo.
week ago. With the
Pero
family.
grabe, no? Grabe, sobrang sensationalized, I feel like. Because they already, over the weekend, I already saw reports of the third party, the photo, Instagram, and like all these, news articles about the girl that was supposedly, yung parang side piece.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
there's
So, alam mo yun, yung
girl.
parang ang bilis. And let's say it's not real. Kawawa yung girl.
True.
Diba?
Yeah.
True.
With Jose Canseco, did you hear about that?
What's that?
Pero that was ano pa, diba? That was last year pa or 2 years ago pa yata yun.
Yeah, but still, diba? It could have led into it. No?
Possibly.
That could have been one of the reasons. Yung cheating.
Yeah.
So,
Kasi
Pero-
when was this? I think last week I saw a photo of the family na parang si A-Rod yung sumasayaw siya ng Latino dance with the girls, and then J-Lo was singing or something. She was singing because he was
Alam
dancing.
mo-
So parang, alam mo, it looked like they were pretty okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure that was a
True.
week ago. If ever they split up, they would have been not that chummy anymore. So
exactly.
baka naman they are working through their problems.
Parang they're still
Yeah, I'm
okay.
really rooting for them. I'm rooting for them, especially because they already parang blended their families together.
Exactly.
That's not an easy thing for the kids.
It's tough.
First time around, they blended. Tapos, syempre, what if mag-break up? They have to deal with that serious situation where they don't see their quote-unquote siblings
it's-
anymore, diba?
It's so scary, documenting all of your love
Oh,
stories on
definitely.
social media.
Yeah.
No? If you put everything out there, everyone knows your relationship status.
Yeah.
They can say whatever they want to about your relationship. But if you keep it private, life is so much easier.
Take your cue from Taylor Swift.
Exactly.
Diba, no, Markki, Rica, diba? Totoo yun.
Oo.
Yung private ang love life.
Iba talaga yung effect.
Look at us four. We're thriving.
Wala.
Wala.
Diba? Ganun
Mm.
talaga yung ganda yan. Ipauso natin.
Basta huwag ka lang ilaglag ng co-hosts mo.
Exactly.
Yun ang problema. Yun ang problema. Pag mga co-host mo, sila Markki, sila Rica,
Oo,
sila
wala.
Hazel. Problema yun.
It's days like these when we were talking about things concerning our exes where I'm like, phew, buti na nakasick leave si Hazel.
Hindi ka din namin malalaglag. Hindi ka naman namin malaglag eh. Kasi mabait kami.
Oo.
You have to remember that. Markki, we hold the power.
You know
Okay?
what it is? We just don't want that court case. We want to avoid that.
That's why you have to be careful pag nilalaglag mo na kami because we might just throw our hands up in the air and be like, you know what? F this.
You know what? The world, it's like not in the best shapes at the moment. So let's do this. Right?
So that was our tea over
That was our
coffee.
tea over coffee. If you want to sound off, post on the comments.
Na,
Okay.
Facebook Live na tayo eh. Wala
Comment
na.
section.
Post
Sige,
on
sige.
the... Oh my gosh, Chico, I am like researching exorcisms now. Like I've reached that point.
Don't! Stop!
No, I have to. Hello, it's my next role.
Oh.
I'm playing an exorcist. So now, yeah.
As
So focus.
Exorcist?
Something like that. Something like that.
You're
You gotta mix
playing
those two up
as
together.
Exorcist?
hmm So I'm excited. But it's kind of dark. It's kind of scary. But I'm taking a cue from what I watched from the recent documentary about exorcism that I heard. Focus on the good. Don't focus on the evil. Because if you focus on the evil, you'll go down that path. So you focus on positive.
You're a sexorcist. Tapos hindi evil spirit yung ine-expel mo. Something else.
The clothes. Underwear! Get out of here!
Actually, no. I'm not playing a priest. It's more spiritual exorcism. It's not demonic exorcism.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you more about it later.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Okay.
A different kind of thing.
I wonder how it would be if like I get into acting. Because you know how I'm so self-aware. I feel like that's my
Superpower.
No. That the reason why I cannot perform that way, like in an artistic way, because I can't get lost in the art.
Yeah.
You know, it needs to be like laging malakas kasi nga yung inner voice ko. That's why I can't act.
No,
Because I feel like when I start to act, in my head, may malakas na voice na nagsasabi na, woo, peke lang yun eh. Alam mo yun?
That's why you really have to study the character and really put your, parang be in the shoes of the character.
Yeah,
Because
I feel
once you
like-
second guess yourself, it's not
Yeah.
going to work.
I feel like if I do get into acting, I would be the, anong tawag mo doon? Yung they don't get out of character even on breaks. Method acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be that way.
Alam mo, Rica, go. Mas susuportahan ka namin sa acting. Tapos kalimutan mo na yung singing. Oo. Kasi, I mean, ibuhos mo na yung
Get into
effort.
another art form. It's fine.
Ako feeling ko, patok ka dyan eh. Acting na lang. Acting.
Nakakainis. Okay, 15 seconds. Monster RX93.1. It's time for the final batch of the top 10. We are also live on Facebook.com/RX931 with 381 viewers. Wow.
Thank you for joining.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. We've got our final batch of the top 10 courtesy of Rudes Antonio 1 year after. Let's start off with Kez. 1 year after, puro throwback pa rin tayo ng summer vacation photos. Oo nga, no? Like, you know what I mean? Like a good chunk of the... I mean, of course, there are, some who did go out and, on vacation. But now with the resurgence, medyo I think kukonte na naman yan. And then, yeah, we depend on throwback. Parang no? Parang I want to post a throwback of remember, I came
Yeah, you
directly
would.
from a vacation
Mm-hmm.
when the lockdown started. So yeah,
You're
that
so
was really
lucky.
quite an experience.
You're so lucky that you
Yeah, I
were
mean
able
lucky, but at
to.
the same time, ano, medyo
It was
para
probably so
surreal.
stressful.
It was so stressful. Seriously. Kasi, I mean, you're obviously very thankful that nakasingit ka pa ng isa right before a year-long
Mm.
quarantine. But at the same
Yes.
time, hindi mo siya na-enjoy ng 100% because at the back of your head, you're like, I wanna go home! It's spreading! Alam mo, medyo may ganong frame of mind while you're on vacation.
And then you have to go
And
pa to an airport and fly
yes,
back, right?
oh
So
yes, yeah.
I'm sure that was scary for you. I could tell how like
Oh,
OC Chico is in a regular basis, but imagine flying home
Mhm.
with Chico during a pandemic.
It's
it's
also so
crazy.
scary to let's say they do lift some restrictions, 'di ba? And then unfortunately, kunwari, you get sick in another country or you get,
Oh, yeah.
you hurt yourself there. It's harder. It's harder to come back. It's
Remember
harder.
that
Are they gonna take care of you there, 'di ba?
no that trip home, if you remember, I posted about it. On our way um from Maldives to Dubai, or was it Dubai to Manila? Basta one of those. Abu Dhabi, sorry. We had to land in Delhi because one of the passengers gave
Huh?
birth on the plane.
Huh?
Yeah,
I
so
can't.
in the middle of the flight, ang alam namin we still had something like 5 hours left. Tapos bigla na lang, we suddenly in the middle of the we were all sleeping, all the lights were turned off. Biglang bumukas yung lights na parang, please get ready for landing. And we were like, landing? Why are we landing? We still have 5 hours to go. And
Ah,
then the pilot had to say, one of the passengers has just given birth, and we need to land in Delhi for the doctors to get the mother and the baby. So yeah, it was
wait
really like,
lang.
what's going on?
Wait
Yeah,
a minute. So like she gave birth in the plane. So anong citizenship nung
That
baby?
the baby is lucky AF because they get
Why?
to travel for free for the rest of their
Is
lives.
that the case? Di
They're a
ba it's a
citizen
case to
of
case basis? It
the
depends on
airline.
the airline.
iba-iba daw. Iba-iba.
Is it
Not
that
all airlines
way
give
in
land.
your airline? In the airline that
I'm
you
not sure. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Iba yata parang 1 year or ba a certain
No, pero
amount
ano
of free
yung
flights.
citizenship niya? If like, di ba?
I'm not sure. Pero
A
what happened
pirate.
was, she literally gave birth on the galley floor, yung sa likod,
Okay.
like on the floor. As the wheels
Ah,
of the plane touched the ground, the baby came out. So yeah, we had to stay there for
ah,
an extra, parang 1 hour or 2 hours in
I'm so
Delhi,
shocked.
just on the plane.
And this is
Hindi na
during
kami
the
bumaba.
pandemic, ah.
This is during the
Crazy.
pandemic, and they of course
Wow.
they offloaded the mother and the child. Tapos lumipad na ulit kami back to Manila. So yeah, that was really freaky.
Kudos to the staff. They have to clean all of that up, the amniotic
Yeah.
fluid,
Yep.
the
Yeah.
blood, the everything.
And I'm
Oh
sure they had
God.
to learn. I'm sure they had classes pa in the past on how to deal with it, you know.
Yee, I
Yep.
cannot. I can't
And
imagine.
there was a nurse on board who helped with the birth. Kasi well, hello, she's the most qualified. She's an
Yeah.
actual nurse. She was given the seat next to me kasi di ba we were upgraded to business class.
Upgraded.
She was
Yeah.
given an upgraded seat for helping out, and
Wow.
kaya nakuha ko yung buong chismis kasi nga katabi ko siya. So, hindi ako yung tanong. It was the person behind me. So, I could hear the conversation because the person
What
behind me
was
is
the
like,
nationality of the nurse? Did
all
you
Filipinos.
ask?
All Filipinos.
Oh
The
wow,
nurse
that's
was
so
Filipino.
cool.
The mom was Filipina. So, yeah, it was all
Wait, they had
Filipino.
to leave the mom there.
Oh, yeah,
So,
because, she just gave birth. She had to be in a hospital. So,
oh wow.
yeah, that was crazy.
Sobrang kakaibang experience.
And, coming,
I'm sure they had all of the items required for giving birth
I'm
in the
not
airplane, right?
sure. I'm not. I mean, like it's
No,
probably
for
like
sure they have like a medical pack there just in
I'm
case.
sure,
baka
siguro
basic.
first, baka basic
Pero like
lang.
I can't imagine yung alam mo yun. Like obviously walang mga anesthesia ang tawag mo dun. 'Di ba?
Anesthetics, oo.
Anesthetic. So
Oo,
wala
wala,
lang.
wala. I'm sure they don't.
So
Kasi,
cool.
they're still not doctors. Pero yeah, it was great that the nurse was there. So kahit papano. And from
I even heard
Archer
he
Aguilar,
says the citizenship claims to the country whose airspace they were flying over.
Wow. That's like a story you can tell for a lifetime.
I had a friend
yep,
who was born in Air France or
Uh-huh.
something, and yeah, free
So she
flights for the
she's
rest of her
French.
life.
I mean, like in yung
Yeah, she's
citizenship
French.
niya. Wow, cool.
right? And from Archer Aguilar, 1 year after, feel ko lahat manananggal. Kasi puro upper half lang ang nakikita ko kapag Zoom calls. So, from ako si Poklo,
That's
ito
so
medyo
true.
gross. Medyo gross. 1 year after, yung maliit na dagang nakatira sa kwarto ko, nakita ko siyang unang ubuwit. Ngayon may apo na siya. Nagkaanak na. Nagkaanak na yung anak. Oo. Lola na siya. Lola na yung
You
bubuwit.
know, I find it so funny that we're so scared of rats. But whenever, like, naka-experience na ako na, nakita ko ng rats, alam mo yung nagkagulatan kami.
Oo.
Tapos siya din,
Nakakatakot sila sa atin.
nakakatawa,
Natakot
like, to
ka.
also see them startled.
Are you more scared of rats or of ipis?
Ipis ako. With rats, kasi I just feel like, if I don't see them, it's fine, even if they're there. But with ipis, even if I don't see them, I am just scared of them. I can't even think about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alam mo yung pag nakasalubong mo yung rat, di ba sasabihin mo, daga! Siya naman pag nakasalubong ka, army! Nagulat siya. Army! Nagulat din siya eh. And coming from Kez Roncales, 1 year after, kahit gaano kapal yung mask ko, nanunuot rin yung amoy ng hininga mo eh. Mars, Bekenemen, mag-breakfast ka na. Amoy bitukang gutom eh.
It really has a smell.
It does.
And it happens to everybody. So,
Yeah.
no
Especially if
judgment.
you don't have food in your system. It happens. But
Amoy
there are probiotics
bitukang
that can help with that.
Yeah.
There are probiotics you can buy over the counter. You just take the pill. I think they're Japanese based,
Yeah.
and on a daily, and it can deal with your bad breath from inside.
Mm-hmm.
Sabi ni Gino Ramon, si Rica daw, sisigaw pag nakita ng daga. Sabi niya, agad! Tapos sasabihin naman ng daga, akir!
Oh God, tsaka si Akir. Sige nga, paano yung that silab ng Ratatouille? Ratatouille.
Alien
Hindi kaya.
Ratar. Hindi kaya. And Archer Aguilar says, 1 year after, last year, I was very careful. But after everything that we've gone through, 1 year after, I'm like, kung oras mo, oras mo. Like, alam mo yun, like, there's a part of you that's just very fatalistic na, I will try my best. I will try my very best. Follow the rules, wear face mask, wear face shield. But then, with all the stories we've heard na hindi lumalabas, pero nahahawa. Tapos minsan yung labas ng labas, siya pa yung hindi nahahawa. Parang part of you is like, it's part being careful, but it's also part fate. You don't even know anymore what's going to happen. Yeah.
I think that's helpful when it comes to not panicking and not spreading fake information. When you have that kind of mentality, and of course the true knowledge about the pandemic, about the virus, parang less yung likelihood na yun nga magpanic ka or you spread false information. So I think that's really helpful. Diba?
Mm-mm. And also, and the top 1 year after comes from Wildfire and Simply Nedge.
They both
say. From Wildfire.
Sorry, nanalo si her.
Congrats, her.
Sige. They both say. Wildfire says, 1 year after, finally, naka-move on na ako at natutunan ko ng mabuhay nang wala ka. Thank you, questionable internet websites.
Oh, yeah.
Okay! Why not? If it helps
Wala,
you, why not?
wala kang magagawa eh.
Oo, di
Um,
ba?
you can go on
And,
Twitter, I guess.
It's all there.
right.
I tell you.
And coming from Simply Nedge naman, 1 year after, grabe how time flies. Isang taon na rin yung asawa kong naka-lockdown sa bahay ng best friend niya. Grabe nga may baby na nga sila eh. Grabe!
No way. I think it's
No!
time to change, your pet names.
I think it's
Your
time to
marital
change
status.
best friends. Okay, what about us? What's our answer?
Ano ba?
Well, for me, last year I started my 33rd year with the pandemic.
Yeah.
This year, I'm having my 34th year back where we started, basically.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, Markki! I'm 2 years older than you!
Ayun na nga tayo eh. Kasi we don't bring up age here on the show.
Alam mo,
Kasi
I can't
may
wait.
nabibigyan ng leverage dyan.
Alam mo, 2 years from now, I can't wait. Magkaedad na kami ni Mark.
I can't wait also.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Magiging magkaedad na tayo.
Oh
Okay,
my
so,
gosh.
me siguro,
Ano ba?
ako yun, very similar to what we've talked about earlier. I'm still very scared. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like overly hopeful. But for me, I'm thankful for that glimmer of hope. I mean, it's not there yet. We're so far from getting vaccinated, all of us. Pero at least it's there. Remember last year, na parang, okay, we have to come up with a vaccine, but can you imagine how long will it take before they can come up with a vaccine? It would take years. And then what'll happen? Andito pa ba tayo by the time they get the vaccine out? You know what I mean? So at least now, although I'm still fearful, I'm still scared, I'm still uncertain, kahit papano meron ng glimmer of hope. And I will take that. Even a mere glimmer. I will take better than nothing. So, yeah, I guess that's where I am right now.
As for me, 1 year after, I feel like the whole lockdown gave me a clear perspective on my goals and what I want to do in life. Because I mean, like, not everyone alam mo yun, yung parang can have that in life. Especially because, diba, parang it's so stressful to be under lockdown. But I don't know. So I'm still a little thankful that happened to me. But syempre, at the same time, it's also a little sad that you have all of these dreams and all of these goals, but you can't actually do them.
True.
Kumbaga, I just
Kaya nga,
hang
ano na
on.
lang. Acting ka na lang, Rica. Pagputuloy mo na yung acting. Bitawan mo
Kasi
na
alam
yung
mo yung
singing.
plano ko, I'm gonna come out with an album. Syempre, EP muna, diba? Oo. Single muna. Tapos, album. Syempre, I'm gonna ask you guys to share it on Spotify. Di ba mga ganon?
Di ba, ano ka? Di ba BTS stan ka, di ba? BTS stan ka. So, in honor of BTS, yung unang album mo will be an homage. Ang title, BS. So,
no!
You know
Wait, pero in
what?
fairness actually, I'm also really thankful for, na parang I found BTS. Because, okay, ganito, okay, so, hindi siya mababaw. Before, like a year ago, I was actually thinking, I'm actually not passionate about anything anymore. Alam mo yun, yung parang, bakit anong nangyari? Especially when it comes to music. And then they came into my life, into our lives. And I'm like, I'm just so thankful that because of them, parang I also discovered, like, again, rediscovered my love for music of different genres. Sobrang lawak talaga na na-open, because parang na-reignite yung passion ko when it comes to listening music. So parang, yeah, I'm really thankful. A year after, that's what happened.
That's amazing.
So, kaya wag kayo mag-comment sa mga BS, okay?
at saka,
Alam mo,
di ba?
Chico, maglalabas talaga ako ng song, ikaw yung una kong papadalhan.
Di ba nakano nga? Tsaka because of BTS, nag-give birth ang RM, Rica Markki. Oh, di ba?
Oh, yes. Hold my hand.
Rica Markki,
Oh,
RM.
gosh. Speaking
You know
of,
what? Speaking of BS, Rika, you can release your album. You can be a performer. You can be an actor because Chico can be 36 for the
forever!
Exactly.
See?
True! Ako yun ang title ng album ko, 36.
Ano?
Parang Adele. Parang Adele, di ba? Numbers lang. 36.
36 talaga.
19, 21, 36.
Oh my gosh.
Tapos ano,
anyway.
Rika, mag-ano na tayo, yung magsusulat ka ng this song for me. Tapos ako rin sasagot, yung parang Taylor Swift, Katy Perry.
Alam mo, can you do that? I'll write one on Saturday. Wait lang, on Friday. On Friday. Bibigyan kita ng beat.
Gagawa
Tapos
tayo.
on Friday, mag-distract tayo. O, sige.
Distract! Okay. Sige.
Okay. Okay, so that's it for the Morning Rush. Thanks, guys, for joining us on Facebook Live. And we're going to be back tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Have a great Monday.